Hello and welcome to the Daily Forex Report for August 18th. We are looking at the US-Japanese yen pair first. This pair has still not broken out of our prices that we have right here and right here. It did close down today, did create an inside bar. We are looking for it to break out any day. This is the most days in a row I've actually seen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 days in a row where we've had less than 30 pip spread between, or range rather, between the open and the close. Just amazing. When you hit around 4, it's definitely time to look for a breakout. The fact that it's gone to 7 is pretty amazing. Nonetheless, we are looking for it to potentially go up and hit resistance around 77.25, possibly moving down and hitting support around 76.25. Now the Euro-USD pair, this pair moved to the downside today. It is moving sideways overall. Look for it to potentially go as high as 145.28, possibly as low as 141.43. Look for some resistance around 144.25 and look for some support around 142.69. Now the pound-US dollar pair, this pair moved lower, had a fairly large range considering the body. We are looking for it to potentially go as high as 166.51, possibly as low as 163.48. Look for some resistance around 165.95 and look for some support around 164.15. Now the US Swiss, this pair created an inside bar, pretty much the mantra for today. Did close up, moving sideways overall. Look for it to potentially go as high as 0.8041, possibly as low as 0.7794. Look for some resistance around 0.8000 and look for some support around 0.7825. Now, as far as news announcements go, we have the Euro has the German producers' prices being released for July at 2 a.m. Eastern Time tomorrow. Consensus on that is that it has dropped from 5.6% to 5.3%. We also have the Canadian dollar releasing their consumer price index for July at 7 a.m. Eastern Time. Consensus on that one is that it has dropped as well from 3.1% to 2.8%. All right, what am I looking for during this next session? Well, goodness, we have a plethora of potential breakouts during this next session. Let's start with the US-Japanese yen pair. We have an inside bar breakout play that we can do. Depending on how many pips you want to get, if you just want to grab a quick 18, possibly a quick 10, 10 to the downside, about 18 to the upside, you can do that, and that's being extremely conservative. I believe when we break out of this range that it's going to just move and move and move. I think we'll see a 100, 200 pip range easy. Now the Euro-USD pair, this pair did not create an inside bar. We do have somewhat of a line forming here, somewhat of a trend line forming. If you drop down to a lower time frame, I'm sure these will line up a little bit nicer, and you can look for a break to the downside of that below the 142.33 mark. If we get there, we're a good ways from that, so just keep an eye on it. Now the pound US dollar pair, this pair did create an inside bar during this last session. I don't really believe we will see it break the downside to the downside, but there is a potential for us to see it break to the upside. Let me zoom out a little bit, give you some basically a target for this. There we go. Zoom back in. We have the potential here to grab some pips if it breaks to the upside. About 35. Just be wary of the 0.0 mark there that we're going to be going through to get there. You would be about 13 pips up before you hit it. At that point, going to break even would be wise to see if it'll catch that additional 30 or if it's going to hit some resistance and pull back. Now the US Swiss, this pair also created an inside bar during this last session. We will look for a breakout of this. Now to potential areas that it could go. Okay, here we go to the upside, looking to buy in around the 0.8013 mark, looking to grab about 57 pips to the upside up to 80.73. To the downside, looking to enter around the 0.7819 mark, coming down about 42 pips and exiting around 0.7778. Well, I hope that helps, and until next time, this is Jason Fielder. Good trading.